Do you like apples? Apples are one of the most popular fruits in the country, and what's not to like? They come in all sorts of colors and flavors. They can be eaten whole, sliced, baked, made into applesauce, and so much more. There are apple orchards throughout Illinois, and many of them invite families each fall to come pick apples and enjoy the fall season on the farm. I bet you've all heard of the legend of Johnny Appleseed. You know, the guy who traveled the country in the early 1800s sharing apple seeds. His dream was to have people in America grow enough apples that no one would ever be hungry. But like most good stories, there's some truth to the story of Johnny Appleseed, but there are other parts that maybe aren't so true. Today, we don't actually grow apple trees from seeds. The crazy thing is, if you took a seed from an apple and planted it, there's no guarantee your tree would ever grow apples anything like the one you just ate. I could tell you more about it, but hey, let's go to the farm to learn more about how apples are grown.
Hi, I'm Trevor Grissom with Grissom Family Orchard in Greenup, Illinois, here in Cumberland County. Today we are talking about different types of grafting. I will show you rootstock grafting, and here's an example of what's called top work grafting. In this particular tree, this apple is called a Granny Smith, and then over here, they were poor in size this year, but you can see this reddish pink apple, that's called Gala. And how the grower, who was my dad at the time, he enjoyed doing this grafting stuff. What a guy does in the springtime, and we'll use this as an example of sign wood. You pick out what you want to turn it into, that's your sign wood, and then you would get the branch and you'd cut it off with your pocket knife, and it's as simple as making a slice, and you stick the two together, and then as that blooms out in the spring, that whole branch will turn to that variety of apple. Okay, so we're talking about grafting trees today, and that's what I've showed you a little bit about it. Here's the apple seed. You all have seen apple seeds in your apple that you're eating at lunchtime or whatever. You can plant an apple seed, but you're never guaranteed, and most likely you will not get the variety of apple that the seed came from. It'll be something totally different. The only way to guarantee it is to graft. Like this tree beside us is a Golden Delicious, and in the springtime, imagine it's springtime, there would not be any leaves on this tree yet. It's like February, very early March. And what a guy would do is come, and I don't got a sharp knife, so I'm gonna break it off, but the skinnier parts of a branch shooting up is called sign wood. And this would be sign wood. And we talked about rootstock and top grafting. Either one you do is the same technique. So you take your sign wood, and we'll pretend like this is the rootstock. You would order rootstock from a supplier, and it would come with the roots already on it, and just baby trees, not much bigger than this. Then you take your sign wood and your pocket knife, and you'd make it so they fit together like so. And then you got to tape it. And then we have a special spray that we put on, and that waterproofs it. That keeps the bacteria and germs from getting in there and making it not work. When you're using rootstock, and that's the one with the roots already on it, you would put this in a refrigerator until the leaves start to sprout off the buds, and then you know it's time to plant in your nursery. When you do top work grafting, you would literally do this on the tree that you want to change that branch to, and do it like that, and then walk away from it, and it should work. But that's how you do rootstock grafting and top work grafting.